integrals of algebraic functions. At the end of this lesson, you must be able to apply the properties of indefinite integrals to evaluate integrals of algebraic functions and to evaluate integrals involving powers of x or of powers of functions of x using the general power formula. Using the definition of antidifferentiation, as well as the properties of the indefinite integrals and the basic rules for integration, let us now work on the following examples. So let us integrate the following algebraic functions, and for number 1, we have to evaluate the integral of 6x squared minus 4x plus 5 dx. Looking at this given function, what we have is a sum and difference of functions, and therefore to evaluate the said integral, we make use of this particular property for the indefinite integral, where the integral of the sum or difference of functions would equal to the sum or the difference of the integral of each of these functions, and that the integral of c times a function f of x dx would just equal to c the integral of f of x dx. Applying these rules here, then we have the integral of 6x squared minus 4x plus 5 dx can now be written in terms of 6 the integral of x squared dx minus 4 the integral of x dx plus 5 the integral of dx. In evaluating the integral of x squared dx or of x dx, we make use of this particular rule. Evaluating the integral of x to the n dx, which is equal to x to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c, provided that n is not equal to negative 1. So if we're going to apply that particular formula here, then we come up with the integral given as follows. You have 6 times x cubed divided by 3, this being the integral of x squared dx. The second term is negative 4 times x squared over 2 plus 5 times x plus c. Or we can write this as equal to 2x cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x plus c, noting that 6 divided by 3 is 2 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. As to our second example, we would like to evaluate the integral of x cubed dx divided by the 7th power of 2x to the 4th minus 5. Algebraically, the integrand can be written as the integral of the quantity 2x to the 4th minus 5 raised to the negative 7 times x cubed dx. So given this particular form, we can evaluate this integral, fitting it to the general power formula, picking on the base 2x to the 4th minus 5 as our u function, and this would require a differential of 8x cubed dx, from which we can work on x cubed dx simply equal to du over 8. So this particular integral now can be written as u to the 7, and then x cubed dx is just du divided by 8. So we have the integral equal to 1/8 the integral of u to the negative 7 du. And when you evaluate this particular integral, you will be using the general power rule, evaluating the integral of u to the n du as given by u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Hence, this integral now is equal to 1/8 of u to the negative 6. Negative 6 is negative 7 plus 1. So you have the factor u to the negative 6 divided by negative 6 plus c, or you write it now as negative 1 over 48 times 2x to the 4th minus 5 to the 6th power plus c. Please take note that every time you are using a substitution, such as in this case we're using u in place of 2x to the fourth minus 5, we should not forget to write back the given integral in terms of the original variable. Let us now look at this particular item where we are asked to evaluate the integral of 3x plus 1 squared dx. For this particular integral, we will be showing 3 solutions. The first is evaluating the integral of the square of 3x plus 1 dx, where what we do is we expand on the square of 3x plus 1. Hence, we have the integral of 9x squared plus 6x plus 1 dx. Recall the properties that we have applied in the previous example, applying it here. So, with this, the sum of 3 terms, the integral now can be written as 9 times the integral of x squared dx plus 6 times the integral of x dx plus the integral of dx. And using the power rule to evaluate the integral of a power of x, we will have now the integral of x squared dx given by x cubed divided by 3. Hence, the first term will just be 9 times x cubed divided by 3 plus the second term, product of 6 with x squared over 2, then plus x plus c. Or simplifying this to a 3x cubed plus 3x squared plus x plus c. This is our first solution. Another solution to this item can be done this way. We have the integral of the square of 3x plus 1 dx. Now, look at this integral. What we have is a power of 3x plus 1. Okay, if we are going to fit this to an integral that involves a power of a function of x, then it should come with the differential of the base. The base is 3x plus 1. The differential for 3x plus 1 is 3 dx. Originally, we do not have that here. However, we can easily correct the form of the integral to reflect the required form of du. So what we do is, we now multiply dx with a factor 3 so that, as you can see here, you now have the required du. However, to maintain the identity of the expression, you need to multiply the integral with the reciprocal of 3. Hence, you have there a 1/3. So, if you have written the integral in this form, then you recognize now that the integral is just in the form of a power of 3x plus 1 times its differential. And as such, you now can evaluate the integral using the general power rule, where the integral now will just be equal to that factor 1/3 times the integral of this, which is just 3x plus 1 to the third power divided by 3 plus c. Or you can write that as 1/9 times the cube of 3x plus 1 plus c. Now, you may say that these two are not equal. However, if you will be expanding on the cube of 3x plus 1, then you will be getting those variable terms, and therefore show that this integral and this one here are equivalent. The third solution that we are going to present now is a solution that uses u substitution. Consider the integral, the square of 3x plus 1 dx. If you are going to assign as your u function the base 3x plus 1, the required differential du would just be 3 dx, and that dx will just be equal to du over 3. So that if we are going to rewrite this in terms of the new variable u, then what we have is just the integral of u squared du divided by 3. And if we are going to write the integral in this manner, then evaluating this integral is done using the general power rule. and therefore the integral would just be equal to 1/3, that particle coefficient there, times the integral of u squared du, which is given by u cubed over 3, and then we have the arbitrary constant. Or we write this now as 1/9. 1/3 times 1/3 is 1/9. U cubed, u is 3x plus 1 raised to the third power plus c. Again, if you're using a u substitution to evaluate an integral, do not forget to write back the resulting integral in terms of the original variable. Okay, again, please take note that here, this factor 1/3 is called an integrating factor or a correction factor. To summarize what we had, using the basic integration rules facilitates the process of getting the antiderivative of a given function, and that an integral can be evaluated using different steps in the process. However, all of these follows the properties of indefinite integrals as well as the basic integration rules.